Oh boy, what a weekend this has been. Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the channel, and I hope you survived this crash that happened on the weekend. And today we're going to be talking about it, and we're going to be talking about whether the alt season is over and whether Bitcoin actually reached the top. And that's it for Bitcoin for this cycle. Before we begin, if you're new here, I would really appreciate if you subscribe. On this channel, we talk about crypto, magic, and some finance. Well, no magic videos so far because crypto is hot. But let's talk about the crash and what happened. Now, if you notice, you definitely noticed that crypto crashed and there's been blood in the streets. And you might be wondering why this happened. You might be hearing all of this news about Elon Musk and Tesla and all that stuff and deciding that there's an attack on Bitcoin. But I don't think that's necessarily the case. That's how markets work. So usually a market goes up, then it pulls back. Then it goes up, then it pulls back. Okay, crypto pulled back in a significant way. If you're relatively new here, you probably haven't seen a crash like this before. But I've been there and I've experienced multiple of these. And for now, there's nothing to be worried about. I'm not being super optimistic and saying always that we're never going to go down or anything. But from what we saw, we've seen these corrections before and we've seen even worse corrections. And I know that some people might justify this correction with news from here, from there. And I get it that news might have influenced this crash and maybe has increased this crash as well. However, I think it's just a normal correction and it's just part of the cycle and where we should go. However, I'm not being super optimistic. I'm just being realistic and looking at the charts objectively without any emotions. Now let's jump into CoinMarketCap and let's talk about how we're looking so far. Now I'm going to click on the 7-day right here to see what are the top performers over the past 7 days. Polygon Matic is a beast. It's actually at 150%. And I'm going to scroll down just to show you one point, which is there are more red than there is green. The green ends right here, right there. That's like what, 15 cryptos in the green and the rest are in the red. Now, I know this can be alarming, but for now, it shouldn't be a huge issue because, well, after the huge run up we made, I mean, okay, your coin, if you're invested in altcoins, may have increased 500% from 3 months until now, let's say. And right now it corrected 20-30%. You know, it's not that bad. It is bad, but not that bad. And I get it if you're new to this market or new to any market for that matter. It sucks. And for me, even I'm pretty seasoned in crypto. It's been 5-6 years almost, and these corrections do get to me. But until I sit down and rationalize and try to understand what happened and where we might be going next without any emotion whatsoever, as much as possible, of course. Now, I truly believe that we haven't reached the top so far. Maybe we have reached the top for the coming few weeks or even a month, but I don't think we have reached the top for the cycle completely. And I'm gonna show you something that is very interesting by, again, Rect Capital. And it's very interesting. The tweet says, in 2017, Bitcoin had 12 dips between 10% and 25%. So Bitcoin dipped 10 to 25%, 12 times. And 6 major corrections, which are 30 to 40% deep. And that's 18 BTC pullbacks in total back in 2017. In 2021 so far, BTC has 6 dips, which is half of the dips that happened in 2017, which is a percentage between 14% and 26%, and 2 major corrections between 31 and 35%. Only 7 pullbacks in total so far. Now, I'm not saying that, or he's not saying that Bitcoin is gonna exactly follow the pullbacks and dips that it did back in 2017. However, he's just saying that this is normal and this has happened before. And the funny thing is, every time a pullback happened or a dip happened, everyone is calling the top. Everyone said, okay, Bitcoin bull run is over, the bear market is here, sell everything you have. And well, they obviously were right 1 out of the 18 times because on the last time it actually pulled back and we entered a bear market. I don't think we're at that point anyway, and he doesn't think that either. Now, I do want to mention why you should not be panicking at this point, and that is because looking at the charts, okay, now if we look, let's say, at the Litecoin USD chart, right? It's scary because in the past few days, or maybe even a week, it dropped by 36%. I understand. This is scary, definitely. Especially if you're new here. Personally, I am exposed to Litecoin in a pretty big position. Now, if I'm looking at it from a US dollar perspective, I did lose some money. But if I look at the Litecoin to Bitcoin chart, look at the chart. How does that look to you? Does it look bad? To me, that looks great. It looks like we're preparing to go up even further, right? Now, the same thing with Ethereum. If you look at Ethereum, okay, we saw a stark correction all the way from right here, 12th of May, and it's a 30% correction. Now, it's a big correction. We went all the way from $4,400 down to $3,100. But if you think about it, we were never at $3,100 until last week, which is May 3rd. And right now we're just back to those levels of last week, which is nothing if you think about it. But if you look at the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, how do we look? I think we look great. I think we have nothing to worry about. Although, please don't take this as a sign that, okay, we're gonna keep on going up. I'm never selling and I'm never taking profits. I'm gonna keep an eye out because this could surely do a lower high, just like that. And then I would change my perspective and say, okay, we're gonna go down from here, and I might leave my Ethereum position. However, for now, I'm not leaving any positions. I'm exposed to purely altcoins. As I said, I don't have any Bitcoin. And also the reason why I'm not very worried even after this Bitcoin pullback is because, so we've talked about the crypto money flow cycle a few times on this channel, also by Rect Capital. And we talked about how money flows from fiat, which is US dollars, to Bitcoin, to large caps, to mid caps, to low caps. Now, we all want an alt season, right? We all want altcoins to outperform Bitcoin, and so we can make 100, 200, 300% gains, right? But in order for that to happen, Bitcoin either has to stagnate and pull back. Stagnate meaning it can slow down, or it should keep on going up and then have altcoins outperform it and go up at a faster pace than Bitcoin does. That's how it happens. So for us to panic when Bitcoin goes down or slows down is kind of counterproductive for altcoins, because we do need Bitcoin to pull back and slow down and cool down in order to altcoins to go ahead and steal the stage, and which is what we're seeing right now. We saw money flow into large caps, and now we saw money maybe going out of large caps and maybe into mid caps. Right now, it doesn't happen overnight, guys. It doesn't happen instantly. You can't really see it, just how the general wave of the market moves. It goes from Bitcoin, large caps, mid caps, low caps, and then rinse and repeat. So right now, I do believe we are somewhere around this area, going from large caps into mid caps. And personally, I'm not worried about Bitcoin, especially because if you look at this chart, this is a very strong resistance right here. We bounced off of it and went down. This is at about $42,000. And then right now we went up and then we went down and retested this. We turned the resistance into support, basically. And right now this seems like it's holding on pretty well. If we look at the daily, it's holding on pretty well. I do like to see more volume so this can kick up and then recover. And maybe this can, let's say this can move sideways instead of going all the way up like this. But that's fine, because there's more room for altcoins, where altcoins are gonna steal the stage and outperform Bitcoin, which is, I believe, that is gonna happen most probably. We never know what's gonna happen. I can never predict what will actually happen, but I'm talking about probability wise. We are still good in the cycle and we're still gonna go up so far. Until I see other signs that might show us that we're gonna go down, I will let you guys know. Also, if you want access to my portfolio and my direct trades and what I do and updates on every trade I make, I do have a Patreon link in the description if you want to check that out as well. It would also help support the channel tremendously. But now let's get back to this and talk about why I believe we are good in this cycle. And looking at other altcoins such as Chainlink, Link BTC pair, we're doing fine, guys. If you look at the OMG BTC pair, we're also doing fine. I know OMG USD looks terrible. Look at that drop. That looks scary. But until we see a lower high and then lower low, I'm not panicking. Even the US dollar chart hasn't done a lower high and a lower low yet. So we're waiting for that and see where this is gonna go. But I'm personally looking at the OMG BTC pair. I'm gonna give you guys a tip. If you guys are exposed to altcoins and not Bitcoin right now, if you have, let's say, Binance, it shows you what's your Bitcoin value. For example, let's say you have $4,500 worth of altcoins, then your position is about, right now, since Bitcoin is $45,000, it's about 0.1 BTC, basically, right? Notice how much your BTC value was 2-3 days ago, and notice what it is now if you're in some of the altcoins that are stabilizing or doing well. Well, it probably didn't change, or your Bitcoin position even increased, because right now, if you notice, Bitcoin rebounded about 3%, and then you have Litecoin Bitcoin 4%, Ethereum Bitcoin 2%. Altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. So that's how I look at it. That's why I'm not panicking, but keep in mind, I'm gonna keep a lookout and watch the market very closely and see where we might be going next, because again, I like staying rational and realistic rather than just be optimistic and say we're gonna go up forever. I would love for us to go up forever, but it's not healthy, unfortunately, and it's not realistic. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to earn interest on your cryptos, make sure you check out the link for BlockFi in the description. You can earn up to 8.6% annual percentage yield on that platform. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.